something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Brissett sets to throw it. Got it complete to Rodgers. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Brissett, it's caught by Funchess. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Brissett. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. Throwing, Brissett.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot.
Come on, fellas.
Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now.
Long day for you.
They'll throw again. Brissett. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Let's go right here now.
Brissett again. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Here's Mack. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got a
Hello, everybody. By many accounts, Coach, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Tennessee Titans. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Mariota escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Throwing is Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They'll run. It's Henry. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But at this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
26 Mike.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. Sheds a second man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Powers through again. Just bowling over tacklers. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Henry. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
Let's go.
So that is twice on the opening drive that they've gone for it on 4th down, and they've converted both.
I don't know if they're using analytics, which might tell them, hey, more times you go for it on 4th down, the better your odds, the better your chances of succeeding. But let's face it, most teams are not going to go for it twice on 4th down in the first quarter of the game. I mean, we might not see it 2 more times all season.
Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
Let's go.
Right off the bat, they start with a very solid, methodical 10-play drive.
And you know me, I tend to look at things from the defensive side. They're coming off the field gassed right away.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Well, they had that great, long, methodical drive to put it in the end zone. Then they tried to bite off a little more and get 8 points. Instead, they're sitting at 6.
But didn't that feel like a decision that they made on Tuesday?
Yeah. Well, you usually say that's what they do, right?
Right. That's the best one. The best ones do that. They take the emotion out of it. That felt like that was scripted. Hey, if we score in the opening drive, we're going to go for 2 and try and really gain an advantage.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Titans. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as he'll go for two. Mariota. And he fires one incomplete. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you've got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. First carry for James Conner. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12.
Check your hot read.
On 2nd down now, it's Connor. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Black 20. 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before.
All day, baby, all day.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 18. Now Mariota. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Devin Bush charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. To try again after the sack. Mariota, he finds Taylor, complete. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Mariota. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a 1st down. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's going to have to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Let's go.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Come on, man.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. 12 more yards there and another first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And, Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
Incomplete. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They go jet sweep. This is Taylor. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Mariota. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Taywan Taylor, 37 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Ryan Suckup to kick off for Tennessee.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10. 3rd on 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. Normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. There he goes, right side. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And now Mariota, the Titan offense, they're going to line up to go for 2. Mariota now after the fumble recovery. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now, so as you mentioned.
They've got his man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 69 yards. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Mike. 55. Check, 55. Mike. Down to lose one.
They'll run with Henry. Directly over him. Fighting through, and he's got space. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Shifts by him, busts through the tackle, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll go as a 9-yard loss on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Hey, check Mike, check Mike. Watch it,
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
From the red zone now, Mariota dancing to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Throwing, Mariota under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Hey, eat. Hey, let's get in them holes.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
54. All day, baby, all day.
Now on 2nd and 13. Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On third down, it's Connor. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
Offside defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Connor. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals. Just something magical about breaking that barrier.
And he's right there on the doorstep now. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
55. Right there in the middle. 50.
This is Henry. And now running right through it. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And down right around the 37. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
It does come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Still going, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's into the clear. 30, past the 20, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. It's an 89-yard kick return, and the Steelers are able to get a score back. Still down very big on the scoreboard, but a little feather in their cap here.
And it's a big-time play, and if you don't get energized after a kick return, well, then your team just doesn't have any spark. We'll find out if this is the start of a big comeback or just cosmetics as we go along.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that...
Derrick Henry all alone. The 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Mariota to throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Yeah, that's true. You've said that before. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. He'll get this one to Switzer. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. And even 50 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Now it's Roethlisberger. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5.
We got this.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Mariota now. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And now running right through it. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. 3rd and long here for Mariota. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
The 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Henry. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Why were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.